Hello friends, in today's video I will cover Introduction to Java in our object-oriented programming using Java class, right? Let's start about Java. What is Java? Java is basically a general purpose computer programming language. Computer programming language means you can create computer programs by using the language is called as a computer programming language. C, C++, these two are the language that you already know that which is used to create applications that can execute in a computer, right? So it is a general purpose computer programming language, right? Now C is a basically procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented language means you are generally creates the functions to create an application, right? You are creating void main, which is a function to start your C program, right? You are generally creates the functions in your C program. This Java is a object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language means your program having the classes and objects. When we start the coding inside Java, at that time you will learn what is class, what is object, how you can create a class, how you can create object, how you can create functions in Java language. This Java is a basically object-oriented language. In Java, you cannot create main function without class. You have to create at least one class to create a main function. So the Java is basically an object-oriented language. You will have lots of objects to create your program, to execute your program, right? It is a class-based language. Class-based language, that means to create an object, you have to create a class for that particular object. So class gives the structure to your all the objects of all the objects. So class is basically used to give the structure to the object, and that object will work inside the application, and you can call the functions on objects that will execute and you will get the output. You can create concurrent application in by using Java. Concurrent means you can create a task that can execute concurrently, parallelly. That means multiple task executes simultaneously to generate your output. And this thing is possible by using the threading. Threading is a basic concept of operating system. In operating system, whenever you are using multiple threads, you can get your result quick because threads executes parallelly and it is a part of your single application or single process. So it always execute your task parallelly and you can get your result quickly. So concurrent programming is possible by using Java, and it is done by using multi-threading concept of Java. Now next, Java is a basically secure programming language. It is secured because it always generates the bytecodes. Bytecodes, that means it is a compiled code. Whenever you are compiling your source file, it always generates one code, and this code is generated code is called as a bytecode. This bytecode is secured and highly optimized code, right? So we cannot get the idea about what is the code, actual code. So Java is a basically secure programming language, right? So this is all about language, Java language. It is object oriented, it is a class based language, It is a concurrent programming language. That means you can create multi-threading using Java, and you can create secure programs in your Java, right? Now, let's talk about the history of a Java. History means who have found the Java. So Java is basically a programming language, and it is first developed by Sun Microsystem. It is a company name. Sun Microsystem is a company name. And this Java is developed by Sun Microsystem in 1995. But currently this Java is Sun Microsystem and currently this Java is opted by Oracle. So you can download your all the Java things from Oracle sites instead of Sun Microsystem sites. Previously it was available with the Sun Microsystems, right? And this language is developed by James Gosling and his team, right? So that's why James Gosling is known as a father of a Java. This James Gosling and team have developed this whole Java codes, Java syntax in this Java language, right? Compiler for it. So this James Gosling is known as a father of a Java. The first name was given to this particular language was Oak. Oak is one tree. This name was given to Java previously. Later on, when they go for the registration, Oak is already registered name. That's why they have given the name of this language as a Java. So Oak name is converted to Java, and now it is popular with the name of the Java. And that coffee cup and tea is a symbol of Java that you have already know the symbol of Java, right? Now let's talk about which kind of application you can create by using the Java language. You can create 4 types of applications by using Java. First is standalone applications. So first tell me, you must know about the standalone applications. Standalone applications are desktop application that you are generally downloading the source code and installing it on each and every machine, right? Which application you need to install, you have to download the source code. That all the application is known as the standalone application. Just think about any media player, any video player, any antivirus software. These all are the application which is called as a standalone application, right? You have to download it and then you have to install it on each and every machine on which you want that particular application, right? So if you want to create such an application, then that application you can create by using AWT and Swing programming concept of a Java. This AWT is an abstract window toolkit package, and which includes the classes and functions which is used to create graphical user interface based application. Again, Swing is again a framework which is available in a Java, which is used to create graphical user interface based Java applications. So if you want to create a standalone Java application, then you have to use AWT and Swing package classes and functions so that you can create the standalone applications, right? Now, second type of applications are web applications. Web applications, that means websites that you are generally using using browser application, that you are pressing the link and you are accessing the websites. That websites is called as a web application. So these websites are generally runs on the server side and it creates the dynamic HTML page. So whenever you are clicking on the website, you are getting some different output, and that output is based on the dynamic HTML pages. This dynamic HTML page you can create by using the Java APIs, which is Servlets, JSP, Struts, Spring, Hibernate, JSF. These all are the technology which is available inside the Java, which is used to create Java web application, right? So again, you can create web-based application by using Java. So this is the second way to create an application, which is web-based application, right? Third is enterprise application. Now, first clear it what is enterprise application? An application that distributed in a nature, such as a banking application. Just think about the banking application. Whenever you are using banking application, they have different branches, right? And all the branches, inside all the branches, they are having the computers, and they are using some applications which is internally connected, and you can access all the banking data from anywhere from any branch which is located in single country, or it is located in a different country. So you can access banking data from anywhere. For that, you need to create distributed kind of applications. So distributed kind of application works uh, for the distributed kind of application, you need multiple computers, and that all the computers communicate with each other and delivering some application goals. So that applications are generally called as a banking distributed application, enterprise applications. Such example is a banking application, right? So by using the Java EJB, Enterprise Java Bean,